Hey, number 16 in GunShow June explorations, we are working triceps today along with a lot of corrective postural work, all built into everything we're doing. And we're doing it all with a light band. Now, initially, that setup might take you a minute or two to figure out what is the best setup for wherever you are and what's available to you. So number one, the setup needs to be where the band is hanging from above your head at the level of when you're kneeling down, and then you'll also be on the floor, and we'll just keep the same position. Okay, so you just need to do this once, and then you'll know how to set it up for future times, because both of these exercises bear repeat and repeat often. Okay, so what I had is, I've got the overhead hanging stuff. I already had like a loop of the band hanging, so I just took my light band and I just flung it over that end, and that's all I did. Okay, so this is overhead enough for me, and then I have room to go take it all the way to the floor. So take a minute, it's going to be worth it. All right, so the first one is our corrective postural work warm-up. This is the face pull, but we're going to modify it and do it on the floor. Okay, so it's actually ends up being extra corrective. Okay, so do have a pad or some sort underneath you. Now, once you have everything set up, you're going to grab the end of that loop and lay on the floor. So knees are bent and feet are on the floor. You're pressing your lower belly to the floor, taking away that gap in your lower back, and we are looking for the right amount of tension here. So you may need to scooch back or forward, or hold the band higher or lower. We don't want it to be so difficult that we can't perform the move. We don't want it to be so easy that we're just like slacking and flinging. Okay, so take that band. We need to do external rotation here. So take the thumbs up, and we're going to pull towards the face, as the name implies. We're going to pull towards the face as we keep our abs engaged, lower back to the floor, and take that thumb, okay, keeping it externally rotated, all the way to the floor. And as you get that thumb to the floor, it's going to be a intense engagement of your shoulder blades. Okay, so your mid to lower traps is what you should be feeling, okay, between your shoulder blades. And we're taking the thumb, the hand, to the floor, remember? So at the bottom here, pushing everything in, we are going to end up having the elbows hover just slightly, okay? Now, if you find that you go, boop, okay, I hit my elbow to the floor, then, and your hands are all the way up here, that is not the movement, okay? So keep going with that thumb and hand leading and hitting that floor. Super, super hard, okay? You don't want to find yourself arching to do this, which is why I say keep pressing that lower ab to the floor, okay? So that was one of the best postural corrective exercises you could do. Now, we're going to just keep the setup exactly as is for the exercise. I'm going to start you off with a combo exercise, okay? So we get a little bit of hinge work, right? So we'll take the ends of the band and actually do an overhand grip, okay? Here's what's really important here with the way we hold it. Remember to keep that flat position from the back of your hand to the wrist to the forearm, and that your knuckles are pointing straight forward, so you're not tweaking here, okay? And we're going to keep a straight arm, okay? So reposition yourself as you need to. You're on your knees. Go ahead and squeeze through your glutes, okay? And we're going to take our shoulders down, then pull straight arm, or push down straight arm, okay? Once you get to the bottom here, what you're doing with this travel is trying to keep that straight arm while you're squeezing your armpits together. Okay, squeeze those armpits in. Once you get all the way to in front of your pelvis, then we're going to do the combo where we're going to do the hip hinge and then push the hands down to the floor. Okay, all the while keeping that straight arm. All right, so let it come forward again. Show you this way. So straight arm, shoulders down, everything is nicely engaged. Your glutes are on, your lats are engaged. You're going to push straight arm straight down. Okay. Once you get to here, you're going to then punch those hands to the ground with that hip hinge, all the while remaining straight arm. Now, notice that down here, I still have that exact wrist position. I'm not doing this and I'm not curling it, okay? Once you do a little bit of that combo, now we're going to continue with that straight arm push down, shrug the shoulders down, straight arm, and then we're going to take it slightly behind us, okay? So engage those triceps as that elbow comes behind the body line, and then bring it up, all right? Again, trying to keep the armpits squeezed that whole time. Not easy. And then if you find that your hands get a little sore, you can also try wearing the padded workout gloves, okay? That will help a lot, okay? So none of these exercises are ones that you can just crank out, okay? Every inch requires your full focus and your full attention. And this is not going to be, the heavy lifting, yet it's going to give you the ability to get heavier on the weights for your progress, actually able to perform the movements, and then actually, perform continuously without injury. So, it may seem very tedious. It's well worth it. Do it often. These two in particular, well worth doing often, every day, okay? Give it a go.